Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. When you're good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Penn State Nittany Lions, Beaver Stadium in State College, Pennsylvania. As we'll see the number 18 team in the country, the Nebraska Cornhuskers, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Penn State Nittany Lions. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Nittany Lions will kick it away to start us off. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. The Cornhuskers offense going to get the chance to start this game off. To pass, it's Tollefson. Under fire. He's going to run it. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. Well, I'm sure there are a lot of emotions, a homecoming of sorts as he comes back to the place where he played as the head coach of the opposition.
You know it holds a special place in his heart, and he's right now taking the field thinking about all the great memories he shared with his teammates, with his family, with the fans during his time. But he's got a job, David. He's coaching on the other sideline this one, and he wants to get the win for his team.
Oh, you dang right. And you got to pull back those feelings. It's great to be home. It's awesome to be where it started, but you're also paid to do a job, and you're paid by the other side. And right now, you want to go win, and you want to beat this squad because you're competitive, so it's got to be kind of bittersweet.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. They'll give it to the back. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
These old girders are rocking on 3rd down here at Beaver Stadium. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. So important to convert these 3rd downs, and they get it done. They'll have it at the 42. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Huskers are marching down the field. The give to the back. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. Dropping back, it's Tollefson. Here's a heat. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line.
Quarterbacks nowadays are so good. With 1 second or 2 seconds, they can make really big plays. But when you give them that much time, my goodness, all of them are going to be successful.
Gives it on the option. Breaks into the open. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark second at the 18. The Huskers back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
Fires toward the end zone. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. He'll try to take it back.
And how about that play by the defense here early in this game opening drive, facing one of the best quarterbacks in all of college football, and they're able to get an interception. That is going to be massive for their confidence in this game.
Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Wide receiver comes in motion. The give to the tailback. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that seemed a little off from the start, didn't it?
That was a big-time play, and it was off from the start because of the play he made.
And I don't think it would have mattered who was playing running back. There was absolutely nowhere to go.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much riding on the line this week.
And you can feel it. You can feel the energy. The players this week, they were on high. Like you could tell, they were ready for the challenge. This is going to be an absolute showdown.
The Nittany Lions will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. How about the blow he delivered in banging his way to the 41?
This defense has got to get better at tackling in the open field or game tackling, because if you need 3 or 4 guys to bring a guy down, have fun with that.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. To throw, it's Everett. Takes the easy one to the back. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The Nittany Lions come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Pulls and fires complete. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided, on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
They're down to the 20, 1st and 10. Power football with the run. How about that run as he drives it all the way down to the 13-yard line? Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Back to pass. Here comes the heat. Tight end finds a soft spot. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6.
That's just a very easy, comfortable throw for the quarterback. He knows he has his big target, tight end, running across the field on the drag. Nice play.
The Nittany Lions have it with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State!
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's going to bring it out. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. And here comes the Nebraska offense back mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 16.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Throws to the wideout. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Cornhuskers will line up to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Got it near midfield. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Running back searching for a hole. Trying to impose their will on the ground as he stopped after a 5-yard pickup to the 33.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily and, more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. We've reached a break, and Penn State is on top. We played one before we move on. Let's have a look at the stats. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. Looking for a man. It's Everett. Gets it out quickly. He'll go out of bounds at the 21-yard line.
Nice poise by the quarterback. Here's a big 3rd down throw, and you want to push the ball vertically down the field, but if the defense takes it all away, check the ball down. Get it to your running back and let him go do the work and move the sticks for you.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, it simply gets no bigger than this. 1 versus 2, the wait is over, and we've got an update. Georgia is currently trailing, but if this young star leads a comeback today, he could join Matthew Stafford and Stetson Bennett among the greats to play in Athens. They're trailing by just 4 to Texas. We've got our finger on the pulse of everything going on today, and when it happens, you'll hear about it here.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere.
Well, this guy's become a bit of a problem for opposing offenses. In their last game, he had 2 sacks, and he's dominating again, getting his first sack in this game now. He right now is wrecking people's game plans, and this offense better find out how to slow him down.
How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line?
Well, the thing about the jet sweep is oftentimes it gets the defense confused. They can't find the ball, but not that time. Great job of eye discipline defensively, finding who had the ball, and then using their speed to get there to make a nice tackle.
Looking deep down the right side. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. And the Huskers will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They've already put a couple of scores up, and they look to add to it on this drive. From from the gun. The running back looking for room. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
They're trying to run the ball on first down, guys, but just nothing doing up front. Their offensive line got blown up on that play. There was nowhere for that guy to go.
They send the tight end in motion. Back to throw. It's Everett. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
And I tell you what, this guy's making a name for himself. 2 sacks last week. He's got 2 today already. He is terrorizing quarterbacks.
Looking to fire. Bringing the heat. And the defense gets loose. Bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
And that's now their 3rd sack of the game. This is one of the best units in the entire country getting after the quarterback. They have done such a great job recruiting athletes up front and in their front 7. They can blitz, they can rush you with 4, with 3, but they've got dudes that can beat you one-on-one, and you're seeing that in this game.
The Huskers will bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Just needs a crack to get a return. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. He threw a pick the last time they had it. Now they have to take care of the football. Looking to throw on first down. Finds his man. It's Hilton. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. They gobbled up a ton of yardage to open this drive, and now in business near midfield at the 49. They're going to run it. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. To the air, it's Everett. Rushes on him. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. He wants to go deep. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on 3rd down. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. Slithers into space. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
And defensively, man, you just want to get to 4th down, right? Give yourself an opportunity. And even though it was 4th and 1, try to get the stop, especially this part of the field where they could come away with points and kick a field goal, or they could come away with a touchdown. Man, I want to get this stop and get off the field, but the offense executed. Defense just missed out.
Back open in the middle.
Guys in the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
Makes the tackle at the 27. It's a pickup of 5 and enough for the 1st down. The whole Penn State legacy is built on toughness, getting it done on the ground, and they pick up a 1st down.
And you got to start there with the physicality, the ground game, getting that going. That's kind of a Northeast thing, right? Being tough, being physical, bringing that lunch pail.
Nice job by the defense there, taking all throws away from the quarterback. He had nowhere to put that football in the field to play, so that ball obviously had to go out of bounds.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Trying play action. Got a man. It's Hilton. Oh, he's got some space. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now, having given up multiple first downs on this drive. Somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleeding.
They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Direct snap. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Penn State! They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance.
All you can say is how impressive has this team been at home today in all three facets of the game. Their defense has been outstanding. We've seen some plays in special teams, and the offense continues to deliver, showing off all of the playmakers and all of the versatility they have on that side of the football. This could not be better here in the first half of the home team.
From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. He works his way up to the 20-yard line and goes out of bounds there. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true.
It's a running room. The 30. Running inside the 20. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Husker.
Offensive line, give me a crack, I'll do the rest. How about the Jets, the speed? He just turns it on, going 70-plus to the house. What a huge play by the running back.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. They'll move the wide receiver. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Ready to fire from the pistol. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down.
And that goes down as an incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
Found that space and picked up 6 out to the 33.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Back to throw, it's Everett. Caught over the middle, it's Hilton. And he's brought down after a nice gain. This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that first down. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Finds his tight end. And an absolutely fearless tackle. Giving up size. Still got him on the turn.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. To the air on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Wants to fire on second down. Gets it out fast. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. Good job by the receiver there, not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback can throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
The Nittany Lions with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. He'll keep it himself. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. And the Nittany Lions come to the ball trying to pick up this third and short. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. They get him in the backfield, and he loses 3 on the play. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Now on fourth down, they'll try to come away with 3. Absolutely center cut. And now the lead is extended a little further. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup this week in the American fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Florida Atlantic is trailing right now, and I know it may look bleak, but this team needs to regroup, remind itself it's at home, and remember just how quickly things can change. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to East Carolina. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this clash in the American you should know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Now on second down. Looking to throw, it's Tollefson. Fires to the big fella. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
Yeah, nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Takes it from the gun on third down. He's going for the big play. Brings it down on the right side. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. He's looking to throw. Scrambling away. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Cornhuskers!
And that touchdown is so big for this offense, right? Because here at the end of the half, you're just trying to find positives you can build upon in the second half. And right when it was looking like this game was starting to get away from them, they're able to execute, score, and that's going to help their confidence.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the offense has done its job. They have the lead, and they'll secure it as we head to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, one of the best environments in the game, and Happy Valley has given us a fun first half.
The Cornhuskers will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They'll run this play from the pistol. First play from scrimmage here in the second half, and they'll keep it on the ground. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. The Nittany Lions have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. Stopped at the 41-yard line after the 5-yard gain.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. The Nittany Lions can really attack on this 2nd and short. Scanning the field, it's Everett. Fires to the tight end. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37. The Nittany Lions are flying down the field. From the gun, give on the inside. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover. We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth a chance to have another look. This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. This Hilton. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that 1st half, so in the 3rd quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just
turning it on. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points and have a really nice lead in this one. And now back in the red zone again, they're looking to add to that.
To the ground, he's got it again. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the 2nd half. You want to run the football. You got to just keep getting positive yards. You got to keep the 3rd downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Snap to the back. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Back has it. Wide out trying to get it in. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Looking downfield, it's Tollefson. Here's the pressure. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And the defense just gets their 4th sack of the day. And guess what? This offensive line, they gave up 4 last week, too. So you needed some consistency up front. Make sure you protect that QB that can make those big plays for you.
Just gets it to the 28, pick up a 1. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. He'll run it again. Spins away from the defense. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's see if they decide to punt it. And the Huskers send out the punt unit. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more.
There he goes. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Nittany Lions, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. They'll go to the fullback. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
How do you not respect the big fellas? This doesn't take you back in the time machine to the days when a fullback was on the field every single play. Then you're missing out, because fullbacks are awesome. They're just low maintenance. They're not divas like wide receivers. They just block most of the time, don't say much. And then you give them the football, and occasionally you get some big plays like this, and they hit somebody so hard they got snot bubbles coming out of their nose.
Caught in the backfield. It's Dixon. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
I tell you, the fullback, he's just not a guy that you're going to tackle and catch, right? You got to bring this guy down on the ground. He can make people miss. He's got a little bit of speed. He showed it right there.
Give to the back. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Reads it, fires complete. He stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it 1st and goal from the 1.
Defenses are put in such a tough spot when offenses get in 3rd and short, because the whole playbook is open and they go with the pass. I love it. They sneak the pass in there. Nice success. Great job by the quarterback getting rid of the football, getting the 1st down, now set up 1st and goal.
And the Nittany Lions will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. He'll do it himself. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with...
Trying to get it in. Touchdown, Penn State! And the stomping has commenced. On to attempt to try. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. They put together a 65-yard drive for the score. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They've got a long road ahead of them if they want to get back into this game, but they have to get to work on this drive. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. The play action fake. Looking deep. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Looking downfield, it's Tollefson. Oh, they're after him. The Huskers line up to punt it away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense, to be physically pounded. The run is coming. You know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting a push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop you.
The Nittany Lions can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. He'll pull it on the read. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, one of the reasons this offense likes the option game with the quarterback is to use his speed and try to attack the perimeter of the field. The defense, though, not having any of it. You saw the contain on the...
Breaks into the open. Really nice job to convert that third down, and they've got it at the 33. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. The give to the back. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the third quarter. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Penn State on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up.
Penn State, 38. Nebraska, 14.
So we open the final period with a third down play. Back to pass, it's Everett. And they can't make the connection on third down.
If they're able to make that pick, they're wiping points off the board. But because he dropped it, now it's fourth down. And, of course, they're still in field goal range with an opportunity to score 3.
Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something in.
Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34. The Cornhuskers are at the line trying to move the sticks on third and short. Rides to back and leaves it. And gang tackling on this dude is a good idea. They needed it, but he still got the first down. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. They go to the ground. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
They'll go to the ground. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Dragged down at the 43, but they've got it in enemy territory. They picked up 10 and give him a first down. Wants to throw. It's Tollefson. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. They'll try the run. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Lofts one high and deep. Touchdown, Nebraska! A great catch and run for 6. That touchdown grabbed the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability at that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive figure.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, makes those contested catches. The guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is...
Oh, it's a fumble! And he was able to get back on top of it. They knock him down finally, but boy, he was trying to make something out of that, and he stopped short of the first down marker. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. The Nittany Lions with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. The run from the shotgun. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. It's Everett. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. They couldn't connect on second down. Now staring at a 3rd and 9. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. The Nittany Lions decide to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. Makes the grab, and he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call.
Holding.
His offensive line trying anything to protect the quarterback at this point. Nothing's working, and they'll back up after the holding penalty. Takes a snap, wants to throw. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Makes the catch. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Back to pass. Quickly out to the tight end. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This is the type of play that can give the offense momentum. 3rd and short from inside the 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Gonna take a shot. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball that catch. And the Huskers will punt it away on 4th down. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Paul. They've done what they wanted in the first half and starting off the second half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get it done.
Oh, he's got some space. Pass attempt. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. And the punishment has been extended. They put another one on the board here in the 4th quarter, and how about this team? Just a lone blemish on the resume and about to go to 10-1.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really